Okay, I think we are live. Good morning, Al Ingles here, pressure-free.com. This morning I was thinking about the emotions that help us heal versus the emotions that prevent us from healing. And the healing that I'm referring to is both physical and mental. So let's dive in here for a moment. Uh, the the first thing that came up when I was thinking about this was that I had a um, client with a frozen shoulder, like a lot of pain in her left shoulder, and it was referred to as frozen shoulder. Had it for a long time, and I asked her this question. I asked her if, when she thinks about it, if it gets her a little angry or annoyed that this is such a problem for her, and that was the truth. So I had her take her hand and put it on her shoulder and asked her to love her shoulder, like really give it love. When we have a spot in our body that is tense or painful or injured, we tend to just immediately have negative thoughts toward it, tension toward it. And I believe it starts when we're tiny and we get hurt and someone goes, "Oh, you need a Band-Aid." Like their face gets really tight. And when we're tiny, we're born just growing, we're learning through imitation. So we begin to imitate this pattern that, oh, when we're hurt, we get tight. But if we get tight, then we're preventing blood flow, nerve flow, and energy flow, all three required to get healing going. So with my client with the frozen shoulder, as I had her, just send it love, like actually think love toward her shoulder, it began to open up instead of holding all this tension. Sometimes it's hard to relax parts of our body that are in pain, but we can think differently about them. I I use the word discernment a lot in my coaching, like we're discerning these micro moments when we're starting to feel one way or the other. And if you can notice how you're feeling and realize, oh, this is sending me in a direction that I don't want. In other words, tightness to the shoulder. By the way, me just talking about it, I feel my shoulder tightening up, just talking about it. And then when I give it love, it actually relaxes. So in these micro moments, making a conscious choice of no, this is not the way I want to go. I want to heal. I want to move this way. So physical healing. And it's been remarkable. When I first started creating pressure free, it's been remarkable to see how much healing is possible through this method that I've created. I honestly just thought I was going to help people perform better, whether that's on stage, on a baseball field, in a hockey ice rink, um, in a meeting, on speaking or performing, whatever it was. That's what I thought I was creating. And then for myself and so many of my clients, all these healings started to happen, things that people had had for years, in my case, decades. Parts of our being just started to heal. And so then I started wondering, well, how effective is this? Like if you get injured. So I had a hockey player that had injured his elbow and ankle in a car accident, and I coached him how to use pressure free all day long, just keep his body really in a pressure free state. And and whenever he felt tension toward his ankle, to from his abs completely relax. So if you relax your belly first, it really helps the whole rest of your body relax. If your belly muscles are tight, the rest of your body will hold a little bit of tension. So by fully relaxing the body, he was able to heal so much faster. So the trainer had told him, "You'll be off the ice." He's a hockey player, off the ice for 8 weeks. And the season opener was coming up in a couple weeks. He wanted to play. He was the senior. Like this is important to him. And by using this method, by noticing the tensions, he played the season opener of that hockey year and that hockey season. it's it's been again, as I say, remarkable to just note what's possible if we can notice that we're moving into tension. If we can notice, again, in that 10-second window, that tension is probably going to cause us to trigger the stress response. And now that stress response is going to release hormones that prevent healing. They prevent healing because our body only wants to violently fight or run away. So all the other bodily processes, the immune system, the healing systems, inflammation systems, those all get whacked out. I'm going to use the word whacked out, very scientific term, right? Our reproductive system gets whacked out like everything does, because again, we need to focus all our energy on one thing. Our digestion gets whacked out. So if our digestive system isn't working properly, we're not getting the nutrients out to our body parts to help the healing process. And then there's healing on the energetic level. Depending on what my client knows about our energy fields and our atomic energy is how I refer to it. I think that if we can get the healing going at the atomic level, then the cells can get healthier. The cells can stay in homeostasis. The organ can start to heal. The organism can be healthier. So if you think about an atom for a moment, atom, and picture it in your mind, you probably imagine like a little sphere with electrons spinning around. So I think of atomic health as the electrons are spinning beautifully. They're also not pulling quantum leaps. Like they're really, again, the atoms are in homeostasis, if that's a possible thing. I had to talk to a physicist about this, right? That's my image of it. It's like everything is just beautifully aligned and flowing and healthy. So if that's happening, that changes everything. That changes our ability for our healing to happen. So I have a three-step method that I share with my clients, and I wanted to share it today because I just have this feeling there's somebody out there that's in pain or somebody that's hurting. Now, this three-step is something I usually use for physical pain and trauma, but you can also use it for emotional. Like you can tune in and really get healing going in that manner as well. So the three steps are this. Notice where you're holding the tension. So wherever we're hurt, like the frozen shoulder, her shoulder was up, her whole area here, her pecs were tight. Like this was all very tense. Again, if you can start with your belly and fully relax your belly, now the shoulder can go down. Now this can get more relaxed. So relax your belly first and relax. I think of it as relaxing away from the pain. So like if you stub your toe, you'll notice that you'll go toward the pain. So if you can relax away from the pain, relax all tensions and pains. That's step one. Step two is notice how our brain will go into a very negative pattern. Oh crap, I'm hurt, or oh no, I'm getting sick, or oh no, I feel so horrible today. Like what is the brain saying? What are you saying inside your head? We tend to have a lot of negative patterns. So if you can notice that and just pause for a moment, and you can swim this one if you want, but ask yourself a question that powers you toward the healing. How can I stay healthy today? How can I feel more joy today? How can I feel gratitude? What are the questions you can ask that get you healing on the brain instead of pain and misery on the brain? So you're discerning that and you're choosing this. Third step, we have this amazing energy system. We are very energetic beings. You can even note it if you're just standing somewhere and you can feel someone come up behind you, even though they're not touching you. They've entered closer into your energy field, but your energy field can go very, very far. As a performer, and for my clients who do speaking, who take the stage, who lead meetings, I show them how to just open up and create beautiful space for whatever the event is. As a conductor, I had to create a 360-degree space with my energy field because my back is to the audience. So I would imagine my energy field just going all the way out the lobby doors, all the way to the back walls of the stage. as I was leading the orchestra. So this idea of just opening up your energy field. So wherever you have the pain, I'm going to go to the shoulder again. If you can imagine like petals of a flower just opening up and energy streaming through that area of the body. So you're literally opening up your atomic field and allowing healing to take place there. These three steps are so powerful. They have helped my clients prevent illness. They've helped them stay in remission from diseases. Um, I was working with a fellow who was going through cancer treatments and had so much pain and tension in his being. And so I just reached out. Like he had put a post on Facebook, and I just reached out and we got on a phone call. We were just talking by phone. And when I had him release his belly, he goes, "Nobody's ever taught me that. Nobody ever had me relax that first. They were always starting at the feet, like relax your toes, relax your ankle. If your belly's tight, you really can't relax the extremities of your body very well. You can even do a little test, like super tense your abs and just move your fingers. Now relax your belly. And you'll notice there's a little bit more freedom in your fingers. I'm very attuned to fingers as a violinist, but you can start to just kind of play with this. And if you can get that belly relaxed, now you can flow out to the extremities of your body, widen your face, widen your heart, even let your toes really sink into the ground, get the tops really soft. That is the fastest way I know to get blood flow, energy, a nerve flow, and energy flow going. You want everything to flow in order to heal, not tense and tighten like we've been conditioned to from the time we first fell down and skinned our knees. So I wish you a great pressure-free day. Hope this is helpful. And if you need any assistance, I am so here for you. Just reach out and DM me. Have a good day. Bye.